ॐ जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ. O gods, may we always hear with our ears what is auspicious. O worshipful ones, may we with our eyes always see what is auspicious. May we live our allotted life hale and hearty, offering our worship unto thee. May Indra of ancient fame bestow auspiciousness on all of us. May the all-nourishing portion be propitious to all of us. May Garuda, the destroyer of all evil, be well disposed towards all of us. May Brihaspati ensure all our welfare. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto all. We have been studying the Kaivalya Upanishad. In our last class, we have been contemplating on the sixth mantra. There was a great sadhaka called Ashvalayana. He approached directly Bhagavan, Brahma himself, the Saguna Brahma, and took refuge in him, and then served him, and pleased him, and asked him, teach me or help me how I can know my own nature, Atmagnanam. And as a result, Parameshti has been teaching. First, he said, if you do not have spiritual qualities, you are not going to attain to this. For that, you must be pure in heart and you must have no attachment to anything in this world. Your mind must be absolutely under your control. You must, whether you are a sannyasin outside or not, behave like a sannyasin. And then you will be able to attain to your goal. Then he taught how to sit, how to breathe, how to control, how to do pranayama. Many details we are not given here, but a few details. And then Sukha Asana. So asana should be very comfortable, provided all these qualities have been attained. In the sixth mantra, Parameshti has been teaching. Now you have to meditate upon where in the lotus of the heart. And what is the nature of this heart? Virajam. That is completely pure. Raja means best, or here it means impurities. So when, as we know, when a person is taking to sannyasa, he has to do Viraja Homa mantras. That is, formally giving a vow, vowing to God that I promise you, I will get rid of all my attachments to the body, to the mind, and to everything that I possess. That is called Virajam. And then Vishuddham. Vishuddham means one pointed desire, only one desire, called Mumukshutva. And then in the middle of that lotus feet, you will have to think of Paramatma, Brahman. Pundarikam Matye Vishadam Vishokam Vichintya. One must start to meditate, to think deeply on that Paramatma who is Vishadam. Vishadam means ever evident. How Prati Bhava Viditam. Every thought that we have in our mind, the thought itself is a jada, but it is illumined by the light of the Atman or by the consciousness of the Atman, and that consciousness remains ever separate as a witness, pure witness, though we think that we get attached. And what is its nature? Vishokam means Ananda Swarupam. There is no trace of Shokam at all. Then he goes on giving in the next mantra nearly 13 qualities. Achintyam, Avyaktam, Anantarupam, Shivam, Prashantam, Amrutam, Brahma Yonim, Tatha Adi Madhyanta Vihinam, Ekam, Vibhum, Chidanandam, Arupam, Adbhutam. Marvelous qualities, and they're all qualities of Nirguna Brahma. That is why the very first thing, Achintyam, he is beyond all thought. Then how do Parameshti advise a person? On one hand, he says Parabrahma is unthinkable, and you think of him. What it means is whatever thoughts I have about Brahman are inadequate, not able to express. That is why he said avyaktam, because he is unmanifest. Whatever experiences we have, we can only have experience of something which is manifest. And manifestation takes 6 forms. What are those 6 forms? Pancha Gnana Indriya. So Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. And these 5 also directly, not, not experienceable directly. So, for example, if I'm seeing a red color, so I say I'm seeing a red color, but the eye doesn't know what is red, what is blue, what is yellow, what is color, what is colorless. It is just like telephone wire. It only conveys the idea, but the mind has got the ability. First ability is it consolidates all the 5 types of information, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, and makes one homogeneous whole. And the second is it forms a complete picture, but it is endowed with consciousness. So this is a tree, this is a human being, this is an animal, etc. It conveys that to the buddhi. So here, avyakta, this is what we have been discussing. Vyakta means evident, and that which is not evident is called avyakta. And whatever is manifest alone is evident. And what is avyakta is not evident. But what is the point? The point is, if I am seeing a pot, then that is an effect, that is evident, that is manifest. But what is not so obvious is the cause. Karyam is evident. Karanam, not so evident. So, who is the root cause of all this entire universe? That is not evident. Not really, we should not say it is not evident, but in a very abstract sense, it is evident. How is it evident as an abstract sense? First of all, whatever object we see, what do we say? A tree is, a person is. That isness or existence without any differentiation, at the level of easiness, existence, there is no difference between the existence of a tree and a human being, an animal, a mosquito. But at the level of Vyakta, Nama, and Rupa, there is Ananta Rupam. That is what he said, Ananta Rupam. That Avyakta, which is the root cause, that alone, when we perceive it in the form of an effect, Karyam, but not one Karyam, Ananta Rupam. It is of infinite forms. And as we discussed it, in most of the things, I mean in everything, whether it is Narayana Suktam, Purusha Suktam, Devi Suktam, or whether any Upanishad, Kathopanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Yad Bhutam, Echa Bhavyam, everything is nothing but that Omkara. This is called Ananta Rupam, infinite form, Sahasra, Sirsha, Purusha, etc. And we are interacting with them. But here comes a most marvelous thought. Shivam, everything is auspiciousness. This idea of Shivam, we have come across many times, every day. The devotees of Sri Ramakrishna are bound to sing at the Vesper service, Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive. Whatever happens in life, somebody is cutting my throat. That is also Shivam. How do you say it is Shivam? Death is not Shivam. Suffering is not Shivam. Unpleasantness is not Shivam. No, because these are the only things that direct our mind towards the higher reality. If our life is very pleasant, we will never think about God. And then that is why, as we discussed in the Mandukya Upanishad, Gaudapadacharya says the fourth obstruction to yoga. Yoga means recognizing our own true nature. He says there are four obstructions. First is Laya, then Vikshepa, then Kashaya, then Ananda. Laya means our mind is not able to sustain the thought. It gets bored, simply it goes to sleep. Even if somebody is boring you, you go to sleep. You are reading a book, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, for a long time, you go to sleep. And if somebody is boring you left and right, and God is the biggest bore, Varaha Avtara, so you go to sleep while meditation. But it has its own benefit. God bores you, that is the distinction. God bores you so much that you have the most relaxing sleep in the whole world. So many people tell, Swami, your talks are very refreshing. So this is Sarvam Shivamayam, Mangalam. Any what we normally label as unsavory experience, difficult suffering experience, actually, subsequently, after some time, it leads us to a very better, higher state. In that sense, everything is Shivam. Shiva is only coming in the form of enemy and friend and happiness and suffering. How do you say so? Actually, Shiva is not coming. Our own prarabdha karma is manifesting in the form. Though many people might take offense, the present war, so many people are dying, so many people, how many people have become disfigured, lost their limbs as a result of this war? We don't know. But definitely there will be. If it is earthquake, then we dare not blame God. But if it is a war, we take sides. But the fact is, if neither party is responsible, then who is responsible? Our own self, our own particular prarabdha karma is responsible. And when we are suffering, inevitably it leads to greater ideal reformation, at least in the form of trying to avoid in future what is unpleasant experiences. Therefore, everything is Shivam. So this was what we studied in our last class. Now we have to go through some more. Then we come across what is called Prashantam. So what is this Prashantam? So Prashantam means when we develop a very positive attitude towards everything in life. Actually, this is something very interesting psychology. In fact, the whole spiritual life is nothing but pure psychology. So when we are going through some patches of happiness, what we call pleasantness, not only we hardly learn any lesson, it puts us to sleep. It makes us indolent. It doesn't allow us to think. Only difficulties, every failure is a stepping stone towards success, as a great wise man had said. Every failure undoubtedly, unerringly points out to future success. If we are discriminative enough, discerning enough to think about it, so that we can avoid it. So here comes when we can develop a beautiful positive attitude. So we don't know what type of future enlightenment this is going to bring us. That attitude is called Shivam. As soon as we get this attitude, our mind becomes extremely quiet. What is called equanimity, prashantam, prashanta manasam henam, sukham uttamam. Bhagavad Gita describes, and that is what is going to come here also. The mind becomes not only not hesitating, but positively happy. That is why, even while describing prasadam, any type of prasadam, physical prasadam, some kind of food usually, but we should also extend it. If a person has acquired a house, that is the prasadam of God. Somebody had got some new clothes or new presents, that is prasadam of God. Somebody is married, then both of them, husband and wife, are a prasadam of Bhagwan himself. That is why in Christian saying, marriages are made in heaven only. That means what? God arranges for our own good what is good for both of us. So put it in a blunt way, it means marriage is a karma exhaustive therapy. Husband exhausts the wife's karma, wife exhausts the husband's karma, children exhaust the parents' karma, parents exhaust the children's karma, friends exhaust friends' karma, enemies exhaust enemies' karma. So we are all helping each other so that we can go beyond all karmas, karma phalas. So prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasya prasanna chetasaha. That prasanna chetasa here is mentioned here as prashantam. And then says as soon as the mind becomes prashantam, what happens? Amrutam, just as a pure mirror, reflects the highest reality, Parabrahman. Here also, I hope you remember, Jesus Christ gives a marvelous sermon, pure Advaitic sermon on the Mount Sinai. He says, blessed are they pure in heart, for they shall see God. So blessed are the poor in heart, for they obtain the highest bliss. So it goes on. So many sutras are there for higher happiness. In fact, our Swami Prabhupanandaji has given a most beautiful commentary from the Vedantic point of view, what is this Sermon on the Mount? A marvelous piece of the highest spiritual literature for us to follow. So, Amrutam, what is it? A knowledge flashes. And that is what Patanjali Rishi also, while defining yoga, and all of you can remember, yoga chittavritti nirodha. Nirodha means make the mind absolutely like a pure mirror. That is called nirodha. Not suppression, not removal, but make the mind pure, one-pointed, sattvaguna sampanna. Then he goes on telling, what is the result, Prashantam? Tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. Then the sadhaka's mind will behold unbroken vision of his own self, just as when a mirror is pure, we see our own reflection, uncontaminated, uninterrupted, and that is what happens. This is called Amrutam. Then we realize, I am that marvelous self. And then what happens? That I am the cause of this entire universe. That means, just as an ornament, golden ornament, realizes, I am not, as I was thinking until now, only an ornament, an effect, but I am gold itself. I am not separate from gold. And I am the cause of this ornament. So this is called Brahma Yonim. So Brahma usually interpreted as what is called Srishtikarta Brahma. And Yonim means cause. So as if Bhagavan Krishna is also telling, Tasmin Garbham Dadhamyaham. If the entire universe, which is called Prakriti, called Brahma, if that is the Prakriti, Brahma is actually Prakriti, then with my union, the entire universe, that is, the Brahma himself, transforms, manifests as this entire universe. This is called Brahma Yoni. And when the mind is pure, then flashes intuitively that knowledge, I am Brahman, and from me everything comes out. How beautifully connected and harmonized these thoughts are when we are talking about Aham Rudrebhi Vasubhi Charamyaham. I move along with Rudra, Vasus, Adityas, etc., Varuna, Indra, Agni, Ashwini, Kumaras, etc. But what? Who is telling? Brahman is telling. Because that Ambruni had now become, through Brahmagnanam, Brahma. That Brahman is declaring, I am only manifesting as Saguna Brahma in the form of Rudra, Maruts, Adityaha, Ashwini Kumaras, Indra, Agni, Varuna, Vibharmyaham. I am manifesting. I am only illuminating. I have become the universe. I am the ruler of the universe, and I am the ruled universe. Ahamannam, 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 Ahamannadaha, Ohamannadaha, Ohamannadaha. Same ideas are repeated many times. That's what we are going to study in future also. So I am Brahma Yonim. Same idea is beautifully expressed in the Bhagavad Gita. Maya Dhyakshena Kaunteya Prakruti Suyate Sacharacharam. Prakruti is called Brahma, and Maya Adhyakshena, joined with me under my supervision, that means with my presence, I illuminate Brahma, the Srishtikarta, as this entire universe. Brahma, Prakriti, Saguna Brahma, Shakti, Kali, whom we are going to worship, is none other than that Parabrahma. So I am the Brahma. These are the thoughts. Do not forget. Parameshti is advising, suggesting to Ashwalayana, this is how you have to think about Brahman. And then naturally, Adi Madhya Anta Vihinam, Ekam, Vibhum, Chidanandam, Arupam, Adbhutam. So, Brahman is the Jagat Karanam. And this Jagat Karanam, what is its nature? Adi, Madhya, Anta, Vihinam. That is why Brahman is described as Ajam Ekam, unborn. This is called Jativada. Ekam, Advaita itself, not to deliberately, for a particular reason, is used the word Advaita, non-duality. Is instead of saying Ekam, Advaitam, is it double negative? So I am not the Dvaita. Should have said then I am Advaita. Yes, that is why non-dual, double negative, so that other ideas would not occupy our mind. So I am the Adi Madhya Anta Vihinam. I have no beginning, I have no middle, and I don't have any end also, because infinite. Where does infinite begin? And even if you draw a full circle around you, now if someone asks, where does it start? Every point in that circle is both beginning and end points. That is the beauty of it. We have to explore that concrete idea, abstract idea. Very interesting. So, this Adi Madhya Anta, that means limitedness. And this limitedness is of two types. Desha, three types actually. Desha, Kala, and Vastu. Limitedness is called Paricheda. Desha Paricheda, Vastu Paricheda, and Kala Paricheda. So, beautiful illustration. If I am here, I cannot be there. And then if I am here now, at this same time, I cannot be anywhere else. Another time, I can be elsewhere. So, Desha, Kala go together. But what about Brahman? Brahman is beyond Desha, beyond Kala. There is no Vastu at all. So, it is free. This is the meaning of Adi Madhya Anta Vihinam. In fact, these ideas, beginning, middle, and end, are the possibilities, the powers of the mind. Because mind is limited, mind has to think about the beginning, middle, and end. Simple example, a baby is born. That is the beginning. And a baby continues to grow. That is the middle. And there will come a time when the person has to die. And that is Adi, Madhya, Anta. So Desha also. Baby is very small, and then he grows and grows. He may be 6.2 feet. So from the in comparison with the baby is very small, and this is very big. So this is also Desha Paricheda, spatial limitation. Of course, current time will be there to grow for the baby to this 6.5. Even there are people who are 8 feet tall also. They are very odd people, very few people, but time is needed for them to grow up. So everybody is different. So somebody is small, somebody is big, somebody is thin, somebody is stout. So Desha, Kala, Vastu, Paricheda is there. But that which is infinite, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnamevavasishyate. This is the idea, Adi Madhya Anta Vihinam. As I mentioned once, a funny incident I read about, there was a Brahmana, he was a great devotee of Bhagavan Krishna, therefore Bhagavad Gita, and he read the description in the Gita that Adi Madhyanta Vihinam. I am Adi and Madhya and Anta Rahitam. And then he could not make out the beginning or head or tail of this particular idea. And this fellow was so poor, he had only one wearing cloth, and used to go to the river, wash it, and dry it. And in South India, it doesn't take a long time. And then put it on again. And because of that beautiful life, so he became holy. That cloth became holy, holier, holiest. And one day, he wanted to wear it in the right way. He could find out which is the upper side, lower side, left side, right side, middle side, because it has become so holy. Suddenly it's, this is what Bhagavan Krishna is trying to describe. My cloth explains it fully. So this is the Adi Madhyanta Vihinam. And then also, that is why Karanam, because it is avyaktam, it is, nobody can say it has a beginning, it has a middle, it has an end. But every karya has a beginning. That is why whatever has a beginning, whatever has a middle, whatever has an end, that is called an effect. So the karana will be free from this limitation, but karya, these beautiful Sanskrit expressions are there. Pradvamsa, pradvamsa, anyonya dvamsa, etc. Prak means, for example, the baby was not there before birth. That is called prak. Before, absence of the baby before. Pragdvamsa. And then after his death, he will not be there. That is called, so, pradvamsa, pradvamsa, after the destruction. Only in the middle, he is seen a little bit. That is why Adimatyanta Vihenam. And then that is why that which doesn't have the beginning, middle, and end, he is called Ekam, without a second. Ekam means infinite, actually. So that which doesn't have beginning, middle, or end, and if anything has got beginning, middle, and end, it will not be one, it will be one among many. And that is why, so where your body is there, my body cannot be there. It can be next to it, above you, below you, in front of you, behind you, but never in the exact same space. Therefore, one limits the other. It's called actually Vastu Paricheda. So the infinite can only be one, Ekam. And then he is the ruler. Why? Because infinite alone exists. Even though we, in our ignorance, seem to be seeing infinite number of things, but the person who realized, I am Brahman, I am one, I am the Ananta, so then that person, he cannot see anything, that is everything that appears as a effect is called mithya. That is the meaning of Brahma Satyam. Brahman is infinite, Jagat Mithya. So what is Brahman? Ekam Nityam, Ajam, Shashvatam, Puranam, Purusham. What is this world? Anekam. It has a birth, it has a sthiti, and it has a laya. Srishti, sthiti, laya. And there are many. And where there is there are many, that is called mithya. Why is it called mithya? Because if Brahman, only one of them can be true. Is it infinite or is it finite? Infinity negates finiteness. Finiteness negates infinity. Both of them can never be there. I am there, God also is there. That breaks the rule. Either God is there or I am there. And that is why I am called Ekam. And if I am Ekam, then I must be the ruler. Because ruler means from which point? After creation, we have the idea somebody rules me. What does that rule mean? A golden ornament will be gold, a wooden furniture will be wood, a silver ornament will be silver, a clay effect will be, a pot will be only a clay, So many differences are there. Clay is the ruler. What does it mean? It means the nature of the clay passes on to the manifestation. A pot is nothing but clay. The nature of the pot can never be different from the nature of the pot, and that inability to deviate from its own true nature is called the rulership. Not like a politician ruling, a dictator trying to rule and suppress other people. That is not the meaning. Vibhum means vividham bhati or vividham bhavati. So if we are ignorant people, we have to say vividham bhati. The same God is appearing as many. But if we are Advaitins, vividham bhati. We don't say bhavati. Bhati means what? So just like in a broken mirror, there seem to be lot of reflections. But really speaking, only one reflection will be there. So this is the meaning of Vibhu. So that is how Ishavasya Upanishad also starts. Ishavasya Medagum Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjitha Ma Pritaha Kasya Svidhanam. Beautiful meaning is there, which we have explored when we were taking the Ishavasya Upanishad. So this is the meaning of Vibhum. So if it is only one Lord, Karanam, and he must be Vibhu, or the all-pervading, or Vividham Bhati, that only is manifesting as the many, the one appearing as many. And then Chidanandam, it is ever blissful. Why is it ever blissful? Because what is the meaning of Anandam? Anandam means there is no want. There is no desire. Desire comes when we feel we are lacking something. And if I get that one, then I become full. But even if all the things in this world are added, because the whole world is finite, still we will be unhappy only. In fact, the psychological truth is the more things we have, the more unhappy we become. Because things may be there, but the capacity to enjoy them will be very, very less. So this is Anandam, Sat Chit Ananda Swarupam. Ananda means what? Fullness, happiness, freedom from any desire, also called Purnatvam, also called Tripti. And that means what? When I am everything, there cannot be any want. I want something. I can only want, I can only desire. What is separate from me, what is different from me, what is the other from me. Nobody says, I want myself. Have you ever come across a person who says, I lack myself, I want myself? In fact, we only want ourselves, but we are unable to know the meaning of what I am. So we are thinking other objects fulfill that our desire, which of course they can never do. Then after a long time, we turn inward and say, so it must be me only that I am desiring really. So why am I desiring? Because I am Paripurnam, Brahmanandam. This is called Purnatvam. And then something beautiful comes. Arupam, I am formless. Sri Ramakrishna used to tell so many things about the Brahmo Samaj. Brahmo Samaj means the people who are worshipping Brahman. But actually, what is their Brahman? Brahman doesn't have any form. How do they know that Brahman doesn't have any form? Unless a person is utterly stupid. We should not say Brahman has got forms or Brahman is formless. He is beyond, he is formful, he is formless, he is beyond both form and formlessness. Ramakrishna's first teaching to M. And Sri Ramakrishna used to make fun. Even a 6-year-old Brahma boy is meditating on Nirakara Brahma. What is Nirakara Brahma of the 6 years old boy? Chocolate, lozenges, sweets, and playthings. These are the things. So arupa means formless. When anything expands, that is, you break the limitations. So you have a small house, and then you break all the walls. Now it becomes open space, arupa. You take off the roof, then it becomes really arupa. So even if you have got 1 mile circumferential walls, etc., like huge palaces have, still you can say it is a big house. But you remove everything, so whenever something expands beyond our imagination, it must become formless only. So a simple experiment, you take a huge balloon and go on inflating it. First it appears to be oblong and slowly expands. And when it becomes expands and expands and expands beyond you cannot see the edges of it. And that is what is called formlessness. So going beyond form, because form means limitation. What limitation? Desha limitation, then kala limitation, vastu limitation. But that which is arupam, arupam can never be born because whatever is born will have a rupa. How do you know something is born? Because you experience the rupa. And whatever is not born, we can never experience. And that is why all rupas are only false manifestations, mithya manifestations of that one arupa. So you can also say arupam means ananta rupam. Ananta rupam should never be mistaken as a billion objects, for example. No, no. Ananta rupam means that which is formless. And how do you say God is both arupa and ananta rupa? Because that is what he said, Brahma Satyam. Brahma as arupa is Satya. Brahma has so many forms, conceivable, experienceable forms, a green color, sweet sound, sweet smell, sweet taste, and pleasant to touch. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. These are all experiences. And whatever is experienced is limited. We can never experience what is unlimited. Who can experience unlimited? Only unlimited can experience. What is that experience? Not as separate as it, Dvitiya, as a second one, but as my own self. So there is no contradiction between arupa and anantarupa. What is the next? That is Ashvalayana is advised to think about Adbhutam. Adbhutam means what? Greatest wonder in this world. What is the wonder? Ascharyam. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam. Ascharyavat shrunoti. Shrutvapi naveda kaschit. Bhagavad Gita crystal clearly says, Ascharya. What is Ascharyam? Whatever has never been our experience, when something which we have never heard, never seen, never tasted, never smelt, never touched, if it is described, that is called Ascharyam. Oh, such a thing exists in this world. So here Ascharyam has some very special meanings here. That even though I do not have any special form, but all the time I identify myself with this particular body mind complex. And I identify everybody else, every object also. Even a matchbox has a form, and there are some madcaps who collect matchboxes because there are different pictures, different sizes, different shapes, and different expressions. So just as some people collect postage stamps, just some people collect matchboxes. And they become quite rich also because they sell it to other madcaps. And the other madcaps sell it to some other madcaps. So these madcaps are very happy like that. So what is the Ascharyam? So I am birthless, but I think I have a birth. I am the infinite. I think I am the finite. I am formless. I think I have a form. I am deathless, but I think I have death. I don't have any relationship. Why? Because relationship is the connection between two objects. When there is only one object, it is ridiculous to say that there is any relationship. Relationship is always with a second. I don't have any relationship. And yet I am born, I am myself, you are separate, I have a birth date, and similarly, some others will also take it as a death date. I have a particular form by which every immigration party will identify you, even though I am formless, birthless, deathless, relationshipless. I am one, and I am thinking I am many. And what can be more ascharya than thinking that mistaking myself as something which I am not? And then all these are comprised in one word. I have no samsara. I am called asamsari. And Brahman is asamsari because samsara means bound. And desha, kala, vastu are the binding things, limiting factors. But Brahman is beyond kala, desha, vastu. There is no paricheda, aparicheda. But I am thinking for how many births I am a samsari. I am being born, dying, again being born, again dying. I am wandering about in this samsara sagara. Oh my God, since how much time? Millions and millions and millions of births. What could be more surprising Ascharyam than this? That is, these are some of the qualities that Bhagavan has insisted that we must meditate upon. Sit. Take one idea, sit and meditate, and each idea is beautifully related to the next idea. Achintyam, why? Because avyaktam, and avyaktam, why? Because it is ananta rupam. Why? Because it is Shivam. Why? Because it is Prashantam. Why? Because it is Amrutam. Why? Because it is Brahmayonim. Why? Adimadhyanta Vihinam. Ekam Vibhum Chidanandam Arupam Adbhutam. 13 hints, subjects have been given for us to meditate deeply. And the wonder of it is, if one particular quality is meditated upon, it is related to all other qualities. Like a gang, all the good qualities come together. Also, all the bad qualities also come together. So, meditate upon it. Is it possible to meditate? It is really, that is not that easy. To meditate on the Nirguna Brahma, Nirakara Brahma, on the Ananta, meditate on Akasha, meditate on the shoreless ocean, meditate on the highest peak of the Himalayas. Okay, let me meditate on the Akasha. What comes? So many clouds, so many colors, so many birds, and suddenly one particular bird comes. Aha, my grandfather used to love this curry of this bird, and this is our meditation on the Akasha. Think of the ocean, and you can say all the marvelous fish that I have been trying to catch and eat up. So that is the idea that comes. And think of the Himalayan peak. Oh, I went to Kedarnath, Badrinath in intolerably coldish and I was about to lose my life, these are the thoughts that come. So we have to come down to the step. Just as I mentioned, a wise teacher told a fit student who cannot understand this Brahman's Swarupam, you meditate on what? Whatever you love, but not by the name of that object, idea of that object, elevate the same form, elevate it to Brahman. I love my buffalo. So you meditate upon your buffalo. It is not buffalo, it is Brahman. So the disciple very easily could think. This is what Sri Ramakrishna was telling to him, that just because you love, indirectly telling, loving is one thing and success is another thing. So you may try to meditate upon the formlessness, but you will never succeed. And abstract ideas are not the what is called capacity of our ordinary mind, even an abstract mind. It is not possible. What we call scientifically abstract is only a thought in our mind. Every thought in our mind has a beginning, has a sustenance, continuation, and has an end. So we should never be able to think about it. Then what is the way? The way is come to the Saguna Brahma, and especially with bhakti, with complete self surrender, and that is beautifully mentioned in the seventh mantram. Now, the beauty of this Kaivalya Upanishad is some people consider it as one of the Shiva Upanishads. Upanishads have been classified as what you call the Vishnu Upanishads, those who extol Vishnu, and for example, Narayana Upanishad, and those who extol Devi, for example, even Kena Upanishad extols Uma Devi, etc. But this particular Kaivalya Upanishad is one of the Shiva Upanishads. And then Saguna Brahma Dhyana, for people who have not yet attained to that state where they are capable of thinking of the abstract ideas, has been beautifully presented here. So it goes like this. Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum Trilochanam Neelakantham Prashantam Dhyatva Munihi Gacchati Bhutayonim Samasta Sakshim Tamasaha Parastat. So if some disciple or this Ashwalaina must have complained, Gurudeva, whatever you taught me is absolutely fine. I do not doubt. But I am not capable of thinking of that. Therefore, you teach me something which is my size. And then the Guru had come down a little bit, and then he said, Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram. Parameshwaram. And what type of Parameshwara? Because this epithet Parameshwara can be used for Vishnu, for Brahma, and for Shiva, of course, Prabhum. But certain words, Uma Sahayam, can be only applied to Shiva. Not really, but superficially speaking. Trilochanam. So he has got three eyes. And this Parameshwaram is the ruler of everything, this whole universe, and he is assisted by Prakriti, Maya, that is called Uma Sahayam. And he has got three eyes. Every word is very meaning, deep, has deep meaning. This is what we call symbolism. Neelakantham, blue-throated. Prashantam, absolutely equanimous, means unruffled. These are some of the descriptions of Paramashiva. Dhyatva, and if you can meditate continuously, assiduously for a long time, then you will be called a Muni, Manana Shilaha. That is a person who is capable of sustaining a particular thought for a long time, nirgachati, and he will attain to that state. Which state? Bhuta yonim, to that Jagat Karanam, Samasta Sakshim, and who is the witness of this entire universe, and who is Tamasaha Parastat, who is beyond all darkness. So this Tamasaha Parastat, so many times, Shweta Shvetara, very famously we have come to hear of it many times, and this is the clue that we get in Swami Vivekananda's declaration that Amrutasya putra shrunvantu vishve amrutasya putraha aye dhamani divyani tastu vedahametam purusham mahantam adityavarnam, ending with tamasaha parasta. Because all the Upanishads more or less use the same words because of the limitation of the words which suit what type of is the adhikarana, is the bhuta yoni. Earlier he said brahma yoni, here he said bhuta yoni. And samasta sakshim, he is the witness, meaning you should never identify that Brahman with this world at all. And then tamasaha parastat is far beyond this darkness. What darkness are we talking about? Both the ajnanam or avidya. What are the nature of the ajnanam or avidya? It has two powers, avarana shakti and vikshepa shakti. What is the further nature of this prakriti? It is consisting of sattva, rajas, and tamas. And what is called disturbance in the equilibrium of the sattva, rajas, and tamas, and that is called the beginning of the creation. And if anybody, any yogi, any sadhaka succeeds in bringing back the equilibrium between tamas, rajas, and sattva, he will go beyond the samsara. So, in the seventh mantra is telling, by meditating upon Lord Parameshwara, consorted by Mother Uma, assisted by Mother Uma, the highest Lord, the all-powerful Lord, the three-eyed, the blue-necked, and the ever-tranquil, a true being of reflection, a sadhaka, reaches him, who is the source of all the manifested world, who is the witness of this entire world, past, present, and future, and who is beyond all darkness. These are beautiful hints about how to meditate upon. And all of these have got tremendous symbolical meaning, which we will explore in our next class. Now, tomorrow is Kali Puja. So, most devotees will be busy in attending. I also wish all of them that they must attend the puja. So, tomorrow there will be no class. We will resume from next week onwards. Tomorrow there would not be class. Only next week onwards we will continue. I wish all of you a happy Vijaya, or what is called Deepavali, row of lights. May Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, and Mother Kali and Swamiji bless us all with bhakti. Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagat Gurum Padapadme Tayo Saritva Pranamami Murmuhu Jai Ramakrishna.